the least political thing in the camp. You need as much food as you need to be full, and that's really simple.
So here we're in the Refugee Community Kitchen, which is based in the Help Refugees and Auberge warehouse.
Before RCK arrived here, they were serving food for about 400 people, like 2 or 3 times a week.
We're cooking for between, I think, about 1,500 and 2,000 people every day. And that's for the Calais camp. Also, we send the food to Dunkirk.
As you can see here, I'm straining all of the water out of the freshly soaked rice. See how sumptuous and juicy it's become. Sorry.
We make good food.
So we're doing always rice, and then we have a main dish alongside that, which is normally some kind of pulse, lentils, chickpeas, beans.
Cucumber!
The aim is to have tasty, nutritious hot food going out every day.
It's not looking the most appetizing at the moment, right?
What is it?
It will be vegan chili at some point. Currently it's just a base, but beans, lots of vegetables and some spices. It should be delicious.
I think most cultures are actually, really used to eating vegan. It's like it's not far out.
And we've been watching how the Afghans are doing their rice, because obviously a big proportion of the residents are Afghans. If we can make them things that remind them of home, that's a connection to a better time for them maybe. And one of the things we're doing is cooking off oil with onions and carrots and sugar and raisins, because that's one of the things we've noticed, their rice is quite oily. Ooh, and a handful of salt.
This behind us is our hot food distribution point, where we distribute food from every day. It should be like a nice place for people to come and eat.
Yeah, we're trying to distribute to different community groups.
So we have like a Syrian drop-off, we have a Sudanese drop-off, we also have one drop-off that's for a mixed community, which I think is really nice.
When I get that feeling, I want sexual healing.
You're too young to know.
Do not sing that at the celebration.
The busier it gets in the camp, there's difficulties with the line.
Yeah, we've just seen in recent weeks the numbers going up a lot.
It's not very dignifying, and that's difficult then being part of that, I think. Having set up something where people have to stand in line for 40 minutes to maybe get a bit of rice if the food runs out. I always try and also go in the line with people, which I get a lot of laughter for, mainly. I think people think that's really silly. But I really believe in the fact that we're all the same, and even me bringing the food, I should go in the line and need some experience. The boss system is mainly just kind of based on how long people are here and how much experience you have. Yeah. It's like a really natural kind of progression of, okay, the more you know, the more responsibilities you get.
Well, I started off in the kitchen, peeling carrots.
Well, I'm actually doing a lot of stuff. I'm sort of like doing the salads this morning.
I think just because the amount of time I've been here, I kind of helped to coordinate everything that's happening in the kitchen.
It wasn't that hard for me to come and help. I used to work as a chef, so I came down for a week and then went home and thought I'd come back for a longer stint.
Where are you guys from?
Dorset, south coast of England.
Oh, really? Are you hungry?
Yeah, really hungry. Yeah. Tent building. Came across at 5:10, didn't we?
Oh, it's beautiful. Like, we have lots of amazing chefs.
We get really well looked after.
Es buenísima, es vegetariana normalmente, así que estamos bien alimentados toda la tarde.
Yeah, we always get a salad with some nice dressing.
Très bon. C'est vraiment comment c'est super équilibré. On est bien nourris chaque jour.
The best part of my job is meeting new people.
Different ages, different skill sets, different histories.
I think for me it's just this feeling of doing something and just like really having my hands here and taking them and using them.
If you're passionate about what you're doing, you do it really well. And that's going on every day here.
Once I got here, I knew that I couldn't leave.
This is really seeing and understanding things that normally are just on the news. That's very real, and that's one of the reasons why I think there is this draw.
It's the most rewarding and fulfilling and challenging environment I've ever worked in.
It's remarkable to see this side of humanity, people working so hard and for nothing.
massive, big thing that I've learned in the jungle, like to share food.
We're not checking passport for people.
Yeah, anyone can have the food. Like you don't need to be a nice person or a refugee or like, you know, I mean, if the CRS wanted food, I'd give it to them probably.
We offered them, but
yeah, we'd offered them plenty of times, but they don't want to. I don't think they eat.
We're all sharing stories and experiences, and I think that can only be a good thing.
I told a Sudanese guy yesterday that in Germany and in the UK and in most Western countries people eat on their own quite a lot, and he thought that was really upsetting. He said it's so sad. Why? He asked me why, and I didn't have an answer for it because I don't know why.
boah, gestern habe ich gedacht, als wir saßen und wir waren ein bisschen gefahren und wir haben angehalten, um zu essen mit Freunden. Und dann standen wir vor der äthiopischen Kirche, haben unser kleines Stückchen Brot gehabt, haben aus dem großen Teller herausgegessen. Mit Muslimen, mit Christen aus Äthiopien und Eritrea. Und ich dachte nur, das war so ein Moment, wo ich wirklich dachte, das ist unglaublich, was für Menschen zusammenkommen und wie viel Schönheit im menschlichen Wesen liegt. Und das ist mir eigentlich jeden Tag immer wieder bewusst. Und ich glaube, wenn man das wirklich erlebt und dafür sein Herz und seine Augen offen hält,
Das ist ja dann vielleicht auch der Grund, warum man
ja.
This happens every time because he's such a good chef. Every time before we leave for distribution, we hug the chef.
Yes,
It's
what we do.
tradition.
Thank you.